Welcome to the Hook Pod.
I'm Chunk.
I'm the Chippy. It's been very, very cold, wet and wintry down here in Albany, Western Australia, and we thought we'd go on a bit of a little winter break, caravanning sojourn over to Hopetoun and find a boat that we know was over in the shed and do a little fishing trip, bit of a footy trip.
Yeah, we had a game of footy. That was my first game of footy in 5 years.
5 years, and how did that come?
With the brother-in-law, Brad, and Turtle. What's Turtle over there, Brad? He's
the president of the sporting club.
So that's how it all come about. And then we had a spontaneous sort of fishing trip and went to go measure up some gutters for Brad. And
I forgot to mention we got the Hopetoun Hooker on today, Brad Vale. He come hooking with us while we're over there.
Yeah.
And we thought we'd do a little hook pod today just to explain what we're doing in winter and what we're not doing in winter. And, we thought we better have a little break, get away, break a few arms, catch a few fish, and live out a little tiny house with 2 kids, hey, Chunk?
Oh, yeah. If anyone has ever been caravanning with a 3-year-old and a 10-week-old.
Living in a shed in Hopetoun?
Yeah, it's a challenge.
Especially when it's raining as well.
Yeah, in a 19-foot caravan.
So it's only been about 13 degrees down here, and I reckon today it's about 10. We're all rugged up. We thought we didn't have anything better to do. We had no guests this week, so we had to wrangle in the Hopetoun Hooker.
Yeah.
Because he's out of action due to a broken arm. Grand final action between Ravy and Hopetoun.
Yeah.
And how did that go for you, Brad?
Well, I've got a bit of extra hardware in my forearm now.
And around your neck, mate, you got the chocolates.
Yeah, we did. Yeah,
that's good.
First, I think 16 minutes in the first quarter, I decided to break my arm. And that was the grand final for me. But the boys ended up winning, so that's the main thing.
Tell everyone about the many teams in this competition.
Yeah, so as far as I know, we're the only 2-team registered competition in Australia for senior football.
So you know your opposition pretty well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So every week.
Hopetoun Sharks and the Ravy Tigers. And then, there's the junior sports. They've got a Lake King. There's a few Lake King teams in the junior sports. And then there's a Lake King netball B grade. And then the rest is just Ravy and Hopi. So
yeah, so they do all the sport on the one day on the Saturday, and you travel between the 2 towns, and you go up to Lake King just in case anyone up there wants a kick.
We go, Lake King, Ravy, Hopi rotation, and then the grand final is rotated every year as well between the 3 towns. Home grand final this year in Hopetoun. I think we won by about 45 points.
Chunk played 2 weeks before while he was on holiday duty with the family and didn't actually make it back for the grand final, did you, Chunk? You were still up in Perth caravanning?
Oh, I wasn't devastated about that.
But you wanted to qualify and play your 1 game to qualify for the grand final?
Yeah, I was just coming down for a...
But you never got back there? You just wanted to go down for a drink, didn't you, mate?
Yeah, I just went and go down and see if I was still capable.
Yeah, a couple of good runs out of the back line there, mate.
I'll tell you a funny thing about this bloody game of footy.
Body was a bit sore for the next week.
Yeah, it was half time and we come in and the whole purpose of this trip was, to go have a bit of a holiday with the family and test out a caravan. We're looking at buying a caravan in the future. And
in the middle of winter, it was great.
In the middle of winter,
in the south.
Perfect setting.
Yeah, not Exmouth or anything like that where the weather's great.
Why would you do stuff like that? Test things to the extremes. That's what I like to do. Anyway, we come in at halftime of the footy game and this bloke's munching on gherkins. and I turned and looked at Brad and I said, mate, is this bloke serious? What's going on here? And he's like, what do you mean? And I was like, what's the deal with the gherkins? I thought you had oranges at halftime or something like that, or beers in country footy.
Pickles.
Yeah.
And a cigarette or 2.
And he's like, no, they're good for cramps. And I was like, I didn't know what to say. But
yeah, that's that would have been bids, I reckon.
You're not up with the modern technologies of staying fit, mate.
I don't know how true that is or whether anyone else out there does that.
Yeah, no protein bars, mate, just gherkins.
No, just gherkins, yeah.
Pickle juice.
Yeah.
Well, it worked out because you won that game too, didn't you? That was up at Ravy. So we got rid of the pickle juice
We got rid of
You
the
won
pick.
the game.
We won the game. Turtle kicked a goal after the siren.
Chunk didn't get hurt.
No. There was this bloody Irish fella I was playing on, and he kept dropping chest marks. I don't know if you noticed, Brad, the whole on the sidelines, all the Ravy crew, they started this chant, mark the ball, mark the ball, mark the ball.
Yeah, well, I got put in the forward line for the first half. I think dropped 7 marks and didn't even get a shot on goal. So I got demoted to the back line pretty quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you dropped a few that game too.
Yeah, no, back line's where I belong.
Anyway, it was a long stretch to get into the 8 to play in the grand final, but you made it there anyway. So they had the 2-team. What do you play, like 10 games in the season or 12 games, and then you play the grand final between yourselves? So that's it.
Yeah.
13 games for the year.
11 games all up. 2 of them are exhibition matches as well at Munglanup and Lake King. They're sort of like a mixed team match, and then the rest are, Ravy versus Hopi every week.
Old farmers' sons and old fellas in their 40s and all trying to keep fit, and you actually had a pretty young side. That's why you went well in the grand final, I think. But you get the usual, guys whacking you after you got rid of the ball, and that's obviously what happened to you with your busted arm. Anyway, they must have brought on someone good because you still won the game after. They lost their full-back, but still ended up going well. That's good.
Probably didn't need a fullback if they won by 45 points.
They didn't have too many forward entries.
We're in Hopi and camped out at the farm. We had, 6 sheep we had to cut up to bring home?
Yep.
So we had something to eat.
We did that too, didn't we?
Bit of lamb. That was a busy weekend.
That was a good night, wasn't it?
Was a good night.
Chewing on some bloody lamb ribs and lamb cutlets.
It's one thing you can't beat in the country, eating your own produce.
That was one of those nights you just don't put salad on the dinner plate, I tell you.
And the reason we're on the hook pod is because the next morning it was good weather, wasn't it?
We went fishing.
And
Brad texted his boss and said, I'm not coming in tomorrow, I'm going fishing.
Oh, that's right, it was a Monday.
Yeah.
It was a Tuesday we went fishing, wasn't it?
Yeah, Tuesday.
Yeah. The weather was good. We had to roll the cat out of the shed, and we thought, let's get out there.
Your missus reckoned she was catching a plane flight that day, and you said, stuff that, I'm going fishing, love.
Yeah, and your missus was crook. They were all trying to stop us from going fishing, weren't they?
Yeah, anyway, we left them at home.
Yeah, they were happy.
Yeah.
Happy enough.
We probably only had about a 4-hour window, didn't we, to go out fishing, really? Oh, actually, it got better as we were out there a bit longer, wasn't it? The wind dropped a little bit towards about 11 o'clock.
Dead calm when we were coming in.
Yeah, it was light northerlies forecasted, but typical northerlies always puff up early. So
which is offshore down there on the south coast.
Yeah, and about a 2.5, 3 metre swell. So
yeah, it was a bit swelly.
Pretty much a glass off for down here.
Anyway, we headed out. What time? About 6.
Yep.
Fueled up.
I think it was about 7 o'clock we dropped the first line over the side.
Yeah, we didn't have to travel far. What were Brad? 12K out, 14K out?
Yeah, got a bit of a spot. You usually get a snapper or 2 off early in the morning, so headed straight for that. Probably second drop it was, second drift through there. Got like a 7 kilo pinky.
You handed me this bloody brim rod, and I was like, what am I going to do with this thing if I hook something decent?
Well, that was only because he watched the last pod when we were doing tackle talk, and we were talking about brim rods, mate. So he thought he'd bring one out for you.
Yeah,
we're only in 45 metres of water, mate. Yeah. You can catch brim in that sort of water, can't you, mate?
Yeah, well,
we had a shark on board. He just decided that he was going to catch Harleys all day. And usually you're lucky to catch one in a trip. And what did you catch? 4?
4, yeah. I got 4, and they were all, I think 2 of them were 60 and the other 2 must have been 50. They were all pretty solid.
I reckon the guys who bring my fish in, they might bring in the professionals. They bring in 300 kilos or 400 kilos, and they're lucky to have a Harley. And sometimes they have one Harley. I mean, very rarely. We're out there for what?
3 hours.
I reckon you caught your 4 in 1 hour.
Mm.
It was that just bringing them over the side, mate.
Yeah, I got 3 quick and 1 late.
Mm.
Where in that depth you get them, you don't really get Harleys in sort of 60, 70 plus. You don't see them. So in that shallower inshore reefs, you get a lot of them.
What were we fishing in down there? 45 most of the time, 50 metres?
Yeah, we wouldn't have fished over 65 all morning.
Yeah.
So yeah, just some good lumps that pretty accessible, not too far out.
You could certainly, I think the gear that we've put on that boat, you could see the fish, couldn't you? The transducer and the gear that we've got on there now, you don't have any trouble. I mean, we could see that school of nannies underneath us when we hooked into them.
What have you just put on there? You got Simrads?
It's just an S2009, so it's a standalone sounder that capable of running up to 1 kilowatt. So that runs a SS175H transducer, so high frequency, and that talks to the Lowrance. I think it's a Live 12. There's a new model out now. We've got the 12. I think it was the Live. That's the GPS plotter. But it's good. I can mark fish on the sounder, and it talks to the GPS. So I can mark a direct school, scroll back on the sounder and mark it, and it actually comes up on the GPS in our track line exactly where I ran over that one patch. So it's good. It's not the most fancy setup, but it does the job.
In that depth of water, it's good, isn't it?
Yeah. The high frequency 1 kilowatt's good. Anything over about 150, 200 meters, it doesn't read as well. So one day I'll put a low frequency in down the track through hole.
That's great. And we got a few nannies. What did we get? A dozen nannies, I think, out of that little school. 4 break C?
Yeah, break C, good couple on the jigs. Well, the first spot we went to, I think we got a good snapper, and then it went pretty quiet. We might have got a few nannies and a break C and one Harley there. And then it slowed up, and then I found a little bit patch sort of just off that I hadn't fished. We dropped there. I think we got another Harley and another break C. And then it sort of went pretty quiet for 2 drifts. And then I looked around a bit further, and I ran over a lump I've never found before that was only probably a mile from where we were. That didn't look that good when I first went over it. And then I thought, stuff it, will have a drift. And then it fired up. And then the sounder just lit up, and we got over a good patch of nannies. So that was a good one.
Yeah, there's a good photo when we come back in with you and my young fella up on the boat there.
Mm.
And he's only 3, and this nanny must be 700 mil, you know. And
Yeah.
Brad's holding it up in front of Archie, my young fella, and it's nearly as tall as him. And
Yeah.
it's just incredible, the sizes. And I think we got 3 that big.
Yeah.
Or near on 3.
They were good nannies, all right.
That one was an absolute ball buster.
Yeah, it's not rare to see them that big inshore, but a lot of the inshore ones, a lot of the time they don't, they're not as big as that. So no, it's good to find a patch of them like that. And we left them firing too because we had to come in. So
yeah, we're on a deadline, weren't we?
I think next time you go out, sort of an area like that, you can always get a few good nannies off if you do a drift over it. So that's nice.
And what are you allowed per licence on a nanny? 8 down here.
Yeah, you're out 8 each, but
yeah,
I mean
we got about a dozen between the 3 of us.
Yeah,
no restrictions down here on the south coast at the moment. I think there's a demersal ban on at the moment, isn't there, up on the west coast?
Yep.
Yeah.
Don't anyone come down here, all right? Because we want the fish down here ourselves for the locals.
Yeah, that's it. I think that was probably one of my better.
Plus, it's very cold, very wet, windy, swells up, hailing, snowing.
Snow on the Sterlings in the car park.
Don't come down here fishing.
Keep away.
That was probably one of the first days. I haven't had any bottom meets. I think I got cleaned out by the leather jackets last trip. So
yeah,
rolling the old paternoster rig. I used a few jigs throughout the day. Got a few nannies and breaks on them. Good day when you can go out and do 3 hours fishing and not go out too far and get a good bag like we did. So
it was a terrific 3 hours. I think the thing that made it such a good 3 hours is everything we got was just
quality.
Yeah, not often you go out and you get that amount, but you're either throwing stuff back or you get a third of the catches only just over, and everything was just.
And you're not travelling a lot of distance.
Yeah,
either,
everything was just clearing the mark by ages.
And you don't need massive gear either. I mean, we were just using 8,000 reels and
brim rods.
Yeah.
2,500 reel, were you, mate?
Nah, Jezza had my 8,000 Saragossa.
Yes.
That's matched to a PE4.
It was on a P4, yeah.
PE4 Ocean's Legacy. And then I think you had you had the big combo, Dad. You had the 14,000 with the PE 5 to 6 rod.
Big reel for a big fella, mate.
Yeah, just bit more
Just
bit more
skull
grunt.
dragging them over the side.
Yeah. Get the old broomstick out.
I was using a little like a bait caster jigging setup with a brollis tackle spiral rod, 2 to 4, PE 2 to 4 little jig rod. So
Yeah.
it's good fun.
That's all you need. That's
Yeah.
right. And you can feel everything. It's
Oh, yeah.
just as long as you've got good quality gear.
And
Get
you
out
cooked
there
us up a
amongst
good feed that night too. We had what did we have? We had the ceviche.
Yeah, did
I've never really had it done up
ceviche.
like that. That was nice.
Yeah, harlequin. I think I did a whole harlequin, fillet it up, keep it dry. Don't wash it in any fresh water. Pat it real dry.
You didn't have lamb chops for the 5th day in a row. You had fish, did you?
I thought I'd throw a bit of white meat in there. You meant to do that, aren't you?
Yes, of course. Still protein.
Yeah,
Good
yeah.
work.
And pat it all dry, cut it up, I know, 0.5 centimetre cubes, throw that in a tub, squeezed about 7 limes into that with red onion, tomato, garlic, olive oil, salt, pepper, and avocado you put in at the end. And yeah, chuck in the fridge for about 30 minutes and pull it out, and yeah, it's good.
What a
Eat it with a
shocking
few
meal.
prawn chips.
Oh, yeah, it was great. I think your missus, Georgia, she was a bit amazed that I hadn't had that before. And,
Yeah.
And that was bloody good.
Well, you can do a lot with fish. So, I mean, those size fish we caught too are perfect for baking. You put one in alfoil and whack a bit of stuff in it, bit of white wine, and putting those size fresh fish in the oven is fantastic eating. If you just want to do something simple, just got to scale them and gut them and throw them in. You can't beat them. And they fit in the oven too when they're that size, maybe apart from that big pinky.
Yeah.
So what was the caravan like, mate? What sort of caravan did you take over there?
We hired it off Great Southern Caravan Hire, and
This is good for anyone who wants to try out a caravan, which is what you're doing at the moment, Chunk, aren't you?
yeah, we're doing a bit of homework over the next couple of years and figuring out what we want to spend our money on.
Franklin from
It was a Franklin. It was
from Cameron's,
the core model,
which is just an on-road one.
on-road one. It was a 19.6, which I think is their smallest family van.
Ensuite, toilet,
Yeah, shower, toilet, 2 bunks.
all the mod cons.
Had the queen bed in it. Aircon. Had a little TV in it.
Pretty handy with a 1-year-old.
Little kitchenette in it.
No, you haven't got a 1-year-old. How old?
3 and 10 weeks.
10 weeks, yeah.
Yeah. And he doesn't sleep either.
Neither does his old man or his mother.
His mother doesn't sleep.
You sleep anywhere, anytime, don't
I'll
you?
sleep on a concrete bed.
You get to sleep with the 3-year-old, so
Yeah,
once he's asleep, you're asleep.
yeah. I think I beat him to sleep most of the time.
So what was your experience like? You did 2 weeks. You did about a week in the country, and then you did a week in Perth.
Yeah.
At a pretty lush sort of caravan park, Carrying Waters, was it?
Yeah, it's beautiful there. I've never been there before, so
Yep.
that's a great place to go if you've got kids. There's 4 playgrounds, a swimming pool. There's a restaurant that's open from 6 o'clock in the morning to like 8 o'clock at night.
And it's in the middle of the city practically, isn't it?
Yeah,
Mm.
and they do breakfast, lunch, dinner, takeaways there, and it's great.
Were you saddled up with all the grey nomads in there, or was it families and that as well?
Surprisingly, there was a lot of kids, to be honest. I was talking to one old bloke, and he was amazed how much kids were actually there.
Yeah. A lot of people travelling around these days.
Yeah, the last night before we left, you ought to see this setup that rolled in. It was an 8-wheel truck, and it was an 8x8, so it's obviously 8-wheel drive.
Okay.
Oh, the whole thing went to like double the height of a standard 8-wheel truck, all raised up on hydraulics.
Right, yep. So
And-
you could extend the roof and everything.
Yeah, and I swear this thing was 15 metres tall. It was ridiculous. And then hanging off the back of that was a car trailer. And on the car trailer, they had a brand new Toyota Land Cruiser. I can't remember what they are.
Anyway, four-wheel drive.
Yeah.
Yep, so they got the whole lot. Go anywhere? Well, I don't know if that'd go anywhere. It's a pretty big unit.
You wouldn't want to get bogged.
Or if it's 8 wheels and 8, not a four-wheel drive, it's an 8-wheel drive.
Imagine the size max tracks you're going to need to get yourself out.
You'd need a 747 to drag you out of there.
Oh, this thing would have been $500,000.
Yeah.
Set up. I didn't take a photo of it because you're in a caravan park and, it's all a bit.
Wouldn't want to back it in either.
Oh,
You'd have to unhook the trailer before you put the truck in your sight, wouldn't you?
Mate, you need
stick that next to it.
You need an eight-step bloody ladder to get into the bastard. It was just ridiculous.
Yeah, that was a family getaway, was it?
Oh yeah,
traveling Oz.
Yeah.
So anyway, how did the caravan go? And was it successful in what how you thought it would be? Was there enough room? Do you need a bigger van for your little family?
Need a bigger van.
Yep.
Biggest issue was putting the kids to bed and not being able to close the door.
Yeah, have them away from you.
Separate them,
Yeah. So that's why people get bigger vans over 20 foot, like 22, 23, 24 with bunks in them and stuff like that.
I'm still learning all this, but I think you'd want 20, 21, 22 as a minimum.
Tow well?
Great.
Because it's dual axle, wasn't it? Yeah.
Dual axle, and we got the 200 that we got at the start of the year, and we did just under 2,400 kilometres, and we averaged 18.5 litres to the 100, so I was pretty happy with that.
That's good.
Yeah.
That is good, yeah.
I couldn't complain about that at all.
And that's why people use them as tow vehicles, the old 200 series.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, when you're towing, you can't go over 100 anyway.
You probably didn't do a lot of hilly stuff, the sort of track that you went on, over to Hopi and then through, Lake Grace and Wage and up to Perth.
Oh, coming back to Albany through the Perth Hills, it's pretty hilly. And
yeah.
From Hopetoun to Perth, it was just, going through Lake Grace and Wage, and we stopped in at Wage to see me pop for a night. And
pretty flat.
No, it's pretty flat, but it had this sideways wind the whole way, and it was, the big gum trees were bent over.
Oh, right.
So
so it was a good test for you, driving something new like that?
That was our worst stretch of fuel consumption through there because of the wind.
Would you recommend a 200 series, mate?
Yeah. They're beautiful, beautiful to drive, comfortable.
Because you've come from, a 3-litre turbo diesel?
Yeah, Mazda.
Now you got the twin. You got the last of the 200s, haven't you?
Yeah.
V8s.
Yeah, we got a 21 model.
Yeah.
But yeah,
better than a Ram.
In what respect?
No, Hayley sat in the back.
Rams are good for transporting injured people.
She used to hate sitting
in the pouring rain back to Albany. People break their arms in footy matches.
She used to hate sitting in the bouncy old BT.
Yeah, with the done-up suspension.
Yeah.
Been criticised for a lot.
Yeah, she's not a fan of
It's not actually a great family car once you start mucking around with the suspension and that.
It's still a nice car, but yeah. But she sat in the back in the middle seat between the two kids.
Yeah, there's a lot more room in the 200.
For the whole 2,500 Ks when we were towing.
Mm.
And she didn't complain once about a sore back or...
You had a couple of small rods on the top of that 200 when you left Albany.
Yeah.
You didn't use them in Hopi because we went out in the boat. Did they get a run anywhere else?
No, the other asset on the top of the roof rack's got a run.
What's that?
Those big orange things up there.
Where did you get bogged?
Out at Brad's farm. They
I can see out the window where he got bogged right now.
Oh God, that was a story, wasn't it?
What happened?
Yeah, it was.
No, me and Arch, the young fellow, we took all the fish waste up the top paddock, which is on. It's not flat; it's on a bit of a hill,
Yeah, it is on a bit of a hill. Yeah.
Um,
So you're burying the fish waste?
Yeah, we took the fish waste up there, chucked it with all the lamb carcasses. Anyway, we went up there and we seen these two massive wedge-tail eagles. So we went up on the quad bike. We offloaded all that. A couple of days later, I said to Arch, let's go for a drive, see if we can find these eagles, blah, blah, blah. Jumped in the car.
We'd had a bit more rain then?
Yeah, we'd had another 10 mil of rain.
Mm.
And I went over this. It was all grass. So it was obviously just the grass sitting on top of all this sludge, And then I've sort of hit it at probably like 30 kilometres an hour because it's all nice and flat. The whole car's just skidded to the side and anyway, it's just sunk to the belly and wasn't good.
They don't work as boats then.
Nah.
Bit heavy for that.
A bit heavy for a boat. That's why they're a tow vehicle.
He was bottomed out in the grey clay.
Yeah. So then we had to walk back and I had the young fella and he didn't want to walk, so I had to walk 2 Ks with him on my shoulders and he was a bit confused and upset of what was going on.
We're going back to get the car, Dad?
Yeah. We went and got old Uncle Brad and he got his work car. That nearly got bogged. So then we went and got his cruiser, his proper four-wheel drive. And then we just got the winch out and pulled me out.
Yeah, but hang on, those Hiluxes, if you see on the ad on TV, that can tow like a tractor and a cop car and a lump of wood out of a big puddle, mate. Surely a Hilux can tow a 200 series out of a little bog.
Not with cheese cutters.
Eh?
Nah. Then he had to spend the next hour washing it, so the missus wasn't.
So you had to use the Max tracks as well?
Yeah.
Wow. Eh? Did you leave any grass there for the sheep?
It's a crop and paddock, so that doesn't matter.
Oh, that was the week before when the tractor and the other car got bogged.
The missus was squawking. Don't worry about that.
There's been a lot of rain, all right.
So
I think, we're heading for the wettest winter for a long time.
It wasn't how I intended on testing the four-wheel drive out in that car for the first time, that's for sure.
Anyway, we had a good couple of weeks. Fishing.
Yep.
Caravanning. Football playing. Hope you won the grand final. We're back at Hooked. What's been happening at Hooked? Well, not that you know. You've been away 3 months looking after new babies and everything.
You're asking the wrong bloke there, mate.
Well, we've been cutting up a lot of King George whiting at the moment.
Yep.
Yeah, been plenty of that. Plenty of cobbler.
Yeah. Where are you getting all that from? See, I've been away. I don't even know where you're getting the fish from at the moment.
Just the regulars.
Yeah.
The regular estuary boys and a little bit out of the King George Sound. We had some rippers out of the King George Sound, actually.
Oh, that's good.
From me mate Rhino.
Yep.
We've been using a lot of gold band from up north because this time of the year it's pretty lumpy down here and not
dry,
too many people want to get wet or get cold going out in their smaller boats. So, yeah, we've had plenty of ruby snapper, actually. Ruby, gold band, bit of rankin. Yeah, we supplement that with the usual mackerel.
You told me yesterday.
A few oysters from South Australia.
Cobbler's been a bit of a flavour of the month.
Yeah, it has been, yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, I didn't know if the oysters would go that well from Coffin Bay and that because we've got a bit of an algal bloom over there at the moment, but not in that area. But a lot of South Australia has been hit by the algal bloom and a lot of dead fish, and must be obviously the heat waves that we've been having in Australia have been causing, a bit like the coral being bleached up north. We're obviously having issues in South Australia as well. So that's not good for the seafood industry and people going out there hooking up a fish or two. Just make sure, obviously in South Australia, you're fishing in the right areas.
Yeah.
And it hasn't affected our oysters yet, fortunately, because they're up past Port Lincoln, where I think the algal bloom's been further around towards the mouth of the Murray River, the Coorong, I think. I think that's where they've had a lot of the algal bloom. So around Port Lincoln Way and up Coffin Bay, Streaky, and that hasn't been up there yet. So fortunately for us, we can still get oysters. Why the Albany oysters are out of action until October, I think they're going to start harvesting. So we've got to have the good Pacific oysters, not the rock oysters, during our winter time. So fortunately, we've still been able to get them from South Australia, which is good. Weather's starting to turn a little bit apart from this week. Hopefully, it's good for trade when we get a bit more sunshine. And the temperatures get up around the 20.
Yep.
All right. Thanks, boys. That's about it from the Hook crew this week. We will be getting back to work now that we've done a bit of holidaying. And if you're in the Albany area, come in and see us. Hooked on Middleton Beach. We're here. We're looking forward to a great spring and summer. And we're gearing up. Even the ice cream business is looking pretty good at the moment. People still eat ice cream in the colder weather as long as the sun's shining. So if you're in our area, come and see us. If you're in Hopi, get down there and catch a fish or two off the groin, or if you've got a small boat, it's great out there. You can always get a good feed. Mason, Starvo, And
Shit house.
yeah, all right, don't head down that way. There's always plenty of people caravanning, Brad. It's a good spot to call in caravanning. And
It is a nice coastline.
chuck a line in. You can get to the Fitzgerald River National Park at springtime, so the flowers will be out and about.
Yep.
And but don't forget to call into Albany and see us. We'll be in the shop working hard. Thanks for joining us, and we'll catch you on the next one.
See you all.
Cheers.
This episode is sponsored by Hopetoun Middleton Beach, twice voted Australia's best fish and chips, 2018 and 2024.